Do you spend hours each week creating new custom invoices for every single client only to have them not get paid? Then you spend even more time back and forth in emails following up invoices. It is a time suck, but you have to do it in order to get paid. It just gets really annoying when it's taking away time from other things like actually delivering a great client experience, marketing your services, and having fun in your business. Here's the thing, it doesn't have to be this way. Did you know that you can automate all of your client invoicing and follow-up in a simple way so that you don't have to do these tasks manually every single time? Well, in this video, I am going to show you exactly how, plus give you a behind-the-scenes tutorial of how I send my client invoices using Dubsado. But before we dive in, my name is Hannah. I am a business and systems strategist for service providers, helping you to sell, streamline, and scale your service-based business. So if that sounds like something that you are interested in, definitely subscribe to this channel so that you can get a new video every single week. I am going to show you behind the scenes of my favorite client management system, which is Dubsado. This is how I send client invoices every single month. But if you don't use Dubsado, this tutorial will still be helpful for you so that you can see the general steps of automating your client invoicing. So let's dive in behind the scenes so that you can see the 4 steps to actually creating this automated invoicing. Okay, so the first step is that you will want to set up your packages and pricing. Now, I'm going to show you how to do this in Dubsado, but most systems will allow you to create these packages and pricing. The reason for this is you're going to want to create a template, right, for the average signature package that you have, because then it's easier to customize slightly something that you have as a template rather than creating it from scratch every single time. So the way you do that in Dubsado, the first thing is you will go to packages over here, and then this is a tutorial account, so they've got some sample ones here. But let's say you've got this, so this is one package. You'll come in here, edit the settings, and let's just say that you are a social media manager. So you have, maybe it's your signature package. Okay, so that's the name. Then you'll come in and edit this. So you'll just hit that, edit, and then you'll say social media manager package, right? And then you'll want to put what that includes. So it might be like, I don't know, 2 Instagram reels a week. What do social media managers do? Clearly I'm not a social media manager. 5 captions, 2 Instagram stories, right? Like whatever your inclusions are, lay that out very, very clearly for what this includes in your package. Then you'll put the price. So let's say it's $500 a month. Obviously it will just be one of those quantities. You can have it as bullet points here or not. That's up to you. Then hit save item. Okay, so that's the first thing, is you've now created your packages and pricing. So the next step is to set up your proposal. What this is it includes the general package information. It then includes the contract and the invoice, so that when a client becomes a client for the first time, you will send them this proposal. After that, you'll then set up either their payment plans or recurring invoices, which I will show you later on in this video, but you want to create that first off proposal. And if you want a more in-depth video on this, I have a video from last week that you can go and watch in terms of how to actually create this proposal in depth, all the things I include in it. So that will be a helpful video for you, but right now I'm just going to show you the general overview of it. So if you go into templates, then you'll go forms. Okay, then they've got a proposal here. So we're just going to use their template again. In that video, I go more in depth for how you can create it to reflect your brand style and all of that. Definitely go watch that video. But let's say here, this is the package. So you'll have that package, you'll come here and you'll create that package we just did. So the signature package, you'll add that. That will then invoice them for $500. Now, obviously you can add more, but you know, that's just the general idea of it. So from there, you'll then create that proposal. Let's just say, right, whatever the proposal is called for that package. Then you'll hit save and close. So now you've got this proposal that you can send to your client. Now, the next step that you're going to want to do is to set up follow-up reminders. So the way you do that is in canned emails. You'll come here and you will create either a new canned email, or you can do payment reminders. So they've got a template in here for you, but of course you can customize it to make it fit your particular brand voice and that kind of thing. But you'll want to set those reminders up, because then you'll have those clear templates in there so that they will follow up with your clients automatically for you, so that you can reduce that back and forth communication. Okay, so now as the final part of this video is how you automate all of these things. So first off, you will want to create a workflow. Now, I will have a later video that gives the entire workflow and what that can look like for clients, but generally for the actual specific invoicing part, right? What you'll want to do, so the first part is that initial proposal. So if they haven't paid that initial deposit, whether it's part of a payment plan or for their first month, depending on your package, then you can create a workflow to automatically follow up with them. So you'll obviously, as part of the workflow, send that form. So let's say it was that proposal that we created earlier, right? And that we'll send with a proposal email. From there, you can then add an action that says it will send an email, let's say 2 days, 3 days, however long you want to follow up, after the form is not completed. So that previous form, if this is not completed, it will send that email that you created before. So it might be a reminder email past due date, right? And then you can then apply that there. So that will allow you to automatically follow up with someone if they haven't completed that payment or completed that tutorial, that proposal. Here it's a sample tutorial, right? But whatever that proposal is called. So that's the first thing of how you automate it. Now, in terms of actual payment reminders, so if it's a recurring invoice or a payment plan, they're going to be slightly different. So the way to set up a recurring invoice is, actually let's use the sample client that they have here. So to set up a recurring invoice, you'll go invoicing, recurring invoicing. Now this is after that initial proposal that you've sent. So you've done that, you've created that. Okay, so you'll go recurring invoicing, add. Okay, sends every 1 month. You might start invoicing on the 1st of every month. Okay, then you'll put the new line item, explain what it is. You can also just copy and paste from a previous package that you have here, right? So you've got that. Then you'll be able to start that recurrence, and then that will automatically send every single time. Now, when you start that recurrence for the client, if we just come back to this here, you'll see this here where it says auto pay. Now it's no. So with a client, you can have them select auto pay. Now you can't obviously force this, but you can encourage it in an email as that first initial one. As they're starting the recurring invoice, you can make mention of selecting auto pay on their invoice, and then that will automatically go. But that's how you can see if they're not automatically. Now, if they're not, again, you can create that workflow that if a payment is past due, it can automatically send that email for them. Now, the other part is if it's a payment plan. So for payment plans, you'll create those payment plans by going templates, payment plans. You'll create, let's say it's a 50% upfront and then 3 days later. Well, you will come down to this part where it says reminders, and then you'll add reminders. So you can add as many as you want. You can send 0 days before the due date, after the due date, whatever works for you. And you can add as many as you want there. You can choose the email that it's got, or you can write a brand new one. So that's how you add those in, depending on if it's a recurring invoice or a payment plan. But that is the general idea of the steps. Now that you have your client invoicing automated, I would love to help you create a proposal that you can send to clients in 10 minutes, so you don't have to wait more than 10 minutes to actually send that client the proposal after a sales call. So definitely watch that video to learn more about how to create your proposals.